evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is that you guys are actually tuning in to our Diva Dine live presentation. I'm extremely excited because this is another edition of our Most Valuable Diva. Now, remember, Diva stands for Dynamic Individual with Visionary Action, and I believe that this young lady absolutely is a visionary. And so today we're going to be discussing a little bit about what I believe is going to help your business to go to the next level. Now, let me kind of explain a little bit about Diva Dine, and while we do that, I want to share my screen so you guys can actually see where Diva Dine is and all the great things that are going on. We actually created Diva Dine at the beginning of 2014 as an opportunity to really be able to highlight other women in business, as well at the same time to really be able to provide, whether it be empowerment, education, and just really a sisterhood, shall we say, of other women in business that are doing some tremendous things. And so if you have the opportunity, make sure that you go by divadine.com, as well as join the Diva Circle so that you can be a part of what's taking place within the organization. How we come up with this is we find a woman who's out here in the world, and because I say world because I believe we're definitely expanding worldwide, but we're looking for women that are not just doing, the regular let's build a business, let's, build our brand and things like that, but a woman who's also impacting other women. And I had a chance to meet this young lady at an event that she actually does here in Atlanta, Georgia, and had an extremely amount of great times. And you know what? I wanted to bring her a part of Most Valuable Diva. So let me bring her on the line, and her name is Miss Nadine Mullings. Now, Nadine is an expert in marketing your business, and I know I had a lot of people that actually asked some questions in regards to being able to take their business to the next level. So we're going to be able to ask some questions, and if you happen to be live with us, you can go ahead and shoot me a message, and if I can get to it, I'll definitely make sure that I actually get that answered. So make sure that you check out her website, NadineMullings.com, and of course, as you can see, that is with Marketing Essentials. So let me bring her on the line, everyone. Let's welcome none other than our Most Valuable Diva, Miss Nadine Mullings. Are you there?
I am here. Thank you so much, Taurea. I'm so super excited to be here tonight, this morning, wherever you're at, whatever the time is. Thank you so much for inviting me on to Most Valuable Diva.
Well, absolutely. I definitely believe that you are doing some tremendous things within the business world, and I would even say within the community. I believe anytime you can be able to bring women together, because I believe women are the best in regards to doing that, but anytime you can bring women together and be able to empower them in some way, shape, form, or another, you're doing some tremendous things. So now tell me just a little bit about yourself. I know we sat down and talked, but all of our divas, they don't know everything about the beautiful Miss Nadine Mullings. So tell us a little bit about who you are, and really how did you end up with your business that you have today in regards to marketing solutions?
Sure. So a little bit about myself. I first of all can say I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I just kind of knew from the age of 9. I always tell the story about I was playing, when we play imaginary games as kids and you play doctor and nurse and, things like that. I was actually playing business owner. And I told my mother that I wasn't making enough profit in my business. So it was like I kind of knew and saw that, well, hopefully I didn't see that I wasn't going to be making a lot of profit, because that's not where it's at. But I saw that I really wanted to be a business owner and an entrepreneur, and I was, super excited about, just doing my own thing. I think a lot of times we get caught up in building someone else's dream and not really establishing things for ourselves. So I always had that entrepreneurial spirit. But I did take the traditional path. I went to school, got my degree, worked in corporate America, and realized, and to be very honest, I enjoyed what I did. I worked for a financial institution for over 10 years doing marketing and promoting for them, and I loved who I worked with. I loved what I did, but it was just something inside of me that kept saying there's more for you to do. And that's when I kind of just took a leap of faith. And I think as small business owners and entrepreneurs, we have to do that. You have to take a leap of faith into the unknown. And that's what I did, and started Marketing Essentials in 2011 on a part-time basis, because I was still in corporate America. and then decided to take a full leap in 2012 and do it full time. And I've been growing my business ever since. And, you know, my vision and my goal really is to help other entrepreneurs. And my sweet spot really is for women. 95% of my clients are women entrepreneurs, small business owners that are growing their businesses, building brands. And because I have my undergraduate degree in marketing, and it's always been a passion of mine, marketing, I wanted to use my education and my experience to help other entrepreneurs, and specifically women, with their marketing.
So now tell me this then, because we're speaking about women and marketing. We'll get to marketing essentials because I have some questions that were actually sent to me. But okay. I know you also have an organization here in Atlanta, Georgia, as well as in Florida. I think it's Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Tell us a little bit about what it is that you do in regards to being able to help other women and building their businesses. And I know you do networking events and all types of great things. Tell us a little bit about that. And while you're talking, I'm going to bring up the website as well so people can check that out. So
okay, perfect. So I had a vision back in 2011 when I was still in corporate America, and I was doing a lot of networking, and I was running into a lot of amazing women. And these were women starting their own businesses, women in network marketing, women in direct sales, franchise owners, all different types of women just doing awesome, amazing things. And I said, you know, I really want to get a group together where we can support each other. And I started Independent Ladies Club. And it really is for women who are independent business owners. And it really is about supporting each other, networking, and really establishing and growing our businesses. So I created this community. It started as a meetup group in the South Florida area, actually in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami, West Palm Beach area. And with Independent Ladies Club, what we do is we have 3 signature events. One is a monthly business building brunch, and it's a chance for us to come together in person, and we have 3 chapters right now. So we have brunches in South Florida, brunches in Atlanta, and brunches in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. So we come together in person to network, support, get to know each other, see how we can help each other, because that's what it's all about. And then we also have another signature event called Business Building Parties. And those are more fun, themed events that we come together and we have featured businesses and we support each other at these business building parties. And then the third signature event is about education. How can we build our business? And each month we have a webinar or a teleseminar, and they're called business building classes. So Independent Ladies Club really is for anyone that's an independent business owner that's looking to get support, because as entrepreneurs and small business owners, it can get lonely. Mm-hmm. You know, it can be a hard and difficult role to take. And I truly believe women go about entrepreneurial and small business ownership slightly differently than men. So to have that community of women surrounding each other is really priceless and necessary, I feel. And so that's why we created those 3 signature events, the business building parties, the business building brunches, and the business building classes, to have a community of independent business owners, women who are independent business owners, supporting each other.
Okay, well, awesome. Well, you know what? I've been to your meetings, and they are just absolutely incredible. The energy is beautiful, and so it's definitely contagious, shall I say. And so,
I appreciate that.
Sure. All the ladies that are in any of those locations, you got to get out. Let's just say they want to be able to start an independent ladies group. What would they need to do? Can they contact you for that information?
They can definitely reach out to me. The best way to reach out to me is Nadine at NadineMullings.com. We are looking to expand internationally. We're going to have our first international chapter next year. And that launching chapter is going to be London, my hometown. So that's going to be the first international chapter. So that's in the work. We're taking it slow because we want to make sure that, you know, each chapter that we launch, each club that we launch is successful. So it's not something that we're looking to expand rapidly. We're kind of taking our time, selecting the right cities, you know, making sure it's going to work for the person that's heading it up. But definitely, if anyone's interested and feels like they want to start it in their area, reach out to me, Nadine at NadineMullings.com, and I'll be happy to hear from you and see if we can work together.
Now, I want to go ahead and get into this because, you know, marketing right now, I think is just, you know, we're at a phase where, you know, marketing businesses has changed a whole lot. We have online marketing and we have offline marketing, and those are two different kinds of marketing. And so I've actually had some individuals who've asked me, what is a better form of marketing, online and or offline? And then if you could, just for those individuals, maybe they're brand new and don't really understand what the difference is, explain to us, Nadine, what is the difference of the two?
Right, sure. So to answer the first question, like what's more important, online versus offline, relationships in general, I call it relationship marketing, is important, and it's important both online and offline. So I will say you cannot forget about the online arena because it's so important nowadays, but you definitely don't want to forget the offline arena because that's super important too. So I wouldn't pick one over the other. I would never advise any of my clients to say, oh, you know, you strictly need to be online. People are having amazing success online, but there's a lot to be said about traditional marketing. So that would be the answer that I would say as far as what you need to concentrate on. You need a good marketing mix, which includes both online and offline marketing tactics. What was the second part of the question?
Yeah, the second part is, that's fine. Because you know, we'll have people that'll be viewing this and they might be brand new to business, never done it. They don't really understand what's the difference. Like, what's the difference between the two of being online and having your online marketing and then having your offline marketing? What are the major differences?
Okay, so the major difference is anything that is on your computer is considered online marketing. So if you're logging into your computer, whether that's social media, whether that's email, whether that's your blog, you're using your computer to do any form of promotion or more marketing or advertising, that's online marketing. Traditional offline marketing are things like direct mail, when you get like postcards in the mail or ads in a newspaper or in a magazine. Those are considered traditional channels. So a lot of attention lately has come to the online arena because so much is going on online. You know, so many avenues, especially social media right now, where people are getting huge results and a lot of success in the newer media. That's why a lot of people like to concentrate on that. But what I tell clients is a lot of people are jumping on the online bandwagon and neglecting offline, and that's where you're going to see the most success because not as many people are sending traditional cards or traditional postcards. So now you're standing out using traditional avenues versus a crowded inbox or a crowded social platform. Really reaching out in the offline arenas can really make a difference for your business. So it goes back to, again, having that mix, making sure you're in the newer media, but also making sure you have something offline too.
Wow, that's interesting that you say that, because when you think about, you know, life, like we all go through different cycles of life or all different types of seasons in life or in business. And so to hear you say kind of like, well, we're kind of circling back to some of the old traditional, that's the truth in everything. You know, everything always kind of circles back around, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, you just gave me a big aha moment in regards to, yeah, there's really not that much more competition. And I can tell you, and I know you do different things, and we'll talk about some of those different things as well. But some of the things that I know that you personally do in regards to helping people with building their businesses, utilizing the offline techniques, they definitely, you know, are things that stand out. Somebody sends me a card in the mail, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to read it, you know. And
right.
So I love those ideas. But before we get to the different things that you do offer, let me get to another one of these questions. Okay, this is a good question. I had somebody that asked me, they said, why is it important to get someone who has experience in marketing to help you with your business versus me trying to do it all by myself? What is the importance of hiring somebody of your expertise?
So in anything, when you hire an expert, they're more knowledgeable than the average person. So in hiring a marketing expert, they understand the larger scope of marketing. And the biggest thing that I think a lot of people neglect when it comes to marketing is having a plan. And that is the number one thing that I advocate that most people don't do. They just feel like, oh, I need to be online, so I'm going to have a Facebook account. I need to be on Google+. I need to be on this. But they have no real strategic marketing plan. And I think that's the number one reason why you would want an expert to consult with, even if it's not necessarily doing the activity for you, but just helping you with the strategy because that is the number one thing. You have to have a plan and you have to have a strategy in place as to what your marketing activity is going to be. And a marketing expert is more familiar with the marketing mix and what you need to be doing as a business than the average person will know.
We're actually talking to Miss Nadine Mullings, who actually owns Marketing Essentials. Guys, she knows the ins and outs of really being able to grow your business. And I know one of the things that your passion is to be able to help women and helping to empower women and helping them with building their business. And guys, she is definitely laying down some amazing nuggets. And so I want to go into a couple more questions. Another question that I had was, here we go. What are some of the things that you do when you actually get started with a client?
So when I first get started with a client, I want to know what they're doing right now. Tell me what your marketing activity is. Do you have a plan? What is your plan? That is key. And I think the biggest hurdle or step that most business owners don't do is they don't talk about having clarity in their target market. So, when I do a lot of networking, the biggest mistake I hear people say is, I am targeting anyone. You've heard me say it before in my networking groups. Anyone is never a good plan. You have to be specific. Once you have clarity on your target market, you get better results on your marketing effort. And a lot of people don't want to take the time out to clarify who they're trying to reach because they're afraid of excluding other people. And what they don't realize is that when you have clarity in your marketing, then you'll be able to target specific people, and that's when your marketing message makes the most impact. So to have anyone as your target market is not going to be a successful marketing plan. So the first step is getting clarity. Who is your target market? What's the demographics, the age, the gender, the income level, even psychographics? What is the mindset of the person that you're trying to reach? What will be their beliefs? Where are they hanging out? What's their personality? Once you understand that, then your marketing effort will be 110% better because you know where to find them, what to say to them, and you understand who your market is. So I would think that would be the key thing is really getting clarity on your target audience and your target market, and then making sure that your marketing message resonates to that target audience, and really trying to think of that target audience as one person. That's another thing that people go wrong. They think of like this large target market, but if your marketing message should really reflect that you're talking to one person, because that's when your message resonates and people are like, wow, is she talking to me? That's exactly how I'm feeling, or that's exactly what I need, because you totally understand your target market. So that, I think, is essential to your marketing effort.
Okay, awesome. Again, guys, if you just tuned in, we are talking with Nadine Mullings, and she, guys, is just doing some incredible things right now, really helping to expand your business and grow your business through online and offline marketing techniques. And so we just talked a little bit about in regards to the importance of being able to have someone that is in this field that has this level of expertise to be able to work with you with your business. Now, one of the things you actually said, Nadine, is, just really understanding what your market is, your target market. Now, what if I'm one of those type of people where I just don't know? Like, I don't really know. This is what I have. This is my product, or this is my service, or this is what I do, but I don't really know how to do all those additional things. Is that something that you help your clients with, or what would you recommend in regards to really being able to identify that? Because I think one of the biggest challenges, even with me, just something that's totally irrelevant, is like I was working on a special clothing line. And so with that clothing line, it tells you, they want to know in your business plan, what is your target market? And it's like, I don't really know what that information is. So how do you help with that?
Yeah, so I help with strategy sessions. We kind of take deep dives into understanding who your ideal client is. We create things like an ideal client avatar, so you can picture that particular person. We will even name the person, so we'll say your ideal customer avatar is Susan. Susan is 25 years old. Susan lives in this particular area. Susan makes this particular income. Susan is married, so Susan has children. So we're creating a picture of this ideal customer avatar, and once you have all that information together, now you're creating a marketing message for Susan, and when you do that, you're going to attract lots of Susans. So that's why people have such a hard time really narrowing it down to one person and creating this ideal customer avatar, because they think like they're excluding everyone and not realizing that that's how you have attraction marketing, by getting in the mind of the consumer to the point where the consumer says, wow, is she talking to me? She understands everything about me, and the only way you're going to understand everything about your consumer is by taking the time to understand their demographics, understand their psychographics. Each big brands, if you think of like Macy's or H&M, they're targeting different people. A Macy's consumer is going to be a different consumer than H&M. And if the big brands take the time out to identify who their ideal client is, then we need to do the same. We need to identify, who is that ideal client? What does she look like? Where is she? And then you create a marketing message around that, and that's called attraction marketing. So now you're attracting these people to you because your message is really resonating with them, versus, just pushing out your message to anybody and everybody and trying to get people to buy your product is not as successful, where when you totally understand their mindset, you understand their struggles, you understand their needs, and for the clothing line, you understand like their body type, you understand your client, then you attract them. That's really where your success comes from, when you think about your target market and your ideal client.
Nice. Very good. Okay, so now let me ask you this. So let's just say I decide, well, you know what, I want Nadine to actually help me to build my business. I have whatever kind of business. It might be a home-based business, a traditional style business, whatever it is, and I need to build a client base or relationships with other people, being able to build that business. What would be the time frame that you would say it would take for us to maybe start some kind of marketing campaign? And generally, what is it that you do first? Do you start with online or do you start with offline? Do you have different packages? How is that going to work?
All right, so what that looks like is there's 3 steps. There's strategy, systems, and support. So the first step I always talk to my client about is, do you have a strategy? And I would say 95% of my clients don't, which is probably 95% of most entrepreneurs and small business owners. They don't have a marketing strategy. So we have sessions where we sit down, and everything that's probably already in your head and what you need to be doing marketing-wise, we put it down on paper. And believe it or not, just that one step of taking the action from your head to your paper can make huge results in your business. So the strategy sessions is a matter of outlining, and I have 9 key steps that we go through to create your simple marketing plan and get your strategy together. Once your strategy is created, then the next step is systems, because a lot of things can be automated, especially nowadays. If you choose to do email campaigns, if email is in your marketing mix, then there's a lot of ways to automate a lot of your emails. You can use autoresponders. You can do monthly e-newsletters. So how are we going to make that more efficient and effective? By creating systems around that particular marketing piece. So the second piece after strategy will be systems. What systems are we going to use, which includes tools. There are so many tools out there that you can use. If social media is a part of your marketing mix, then you want to automate some of your social media posts. So maybe you want to be using tools like Hootsuite. Email, maybe you want to be using tools like MailChimp or Constant Contact. What is your strategy about how often you're going to post, how often you're going to send out emails? That's your system. And then the third piece is support. So a lot of times clients have a strategy, they have a system, but they're overwhelmed because they're running their business and they need support. And they need the support of getting their emails done and out, getting their posts done and out. And that, I feel, is the key piece of my business that a lot of people don't offer. A lot of people don't offer the support. They will help you with strategies and they will help you with systems or even sell you certain systems, but they're not necessarily going to support you in getting those posts done and getting those emails done. And I see that's where a lot of people fall flat. They have this great strategy and great system, but they don't have time to execute, so it doesn't happen. And like I always tell my clients, we can put an awesome strategy together, but if you're not going to take action and do something with it, nothing's going to happen and your business isn't going to grow. So that's why I offer the third element of support for for clients that actually need the ongoing support of someone helping them to get their e-newsletters done, to get their social media posts done, even to do some outsourcing on their offline marketing, sending cards, sending postcards, items like that. Getting that support is the third element that my marketing company offers clients. So strategy, systems, and support.
Okay. Now, of course, we will probably have some people that are going to be chiming in from other parts of the world.
Right.
Do you work with people just in your local location, or do you work nationally or internationally?
I'm worldwide. I have clients all over. I've had recently a client from London. So I can. The great thing about the world that we live in today is that you can work with anyone, you know, between Skype and conference calls, and there's so many tools out there right now where you're not limited like we were before in just dealing with local clients. So as long as it's a right fit for my client and for me, then it doesn't really matter where their location is.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And again, if you're just tuning in, guys, this is the beautiful Nadine Mullings, who actually owns a company. It's called Marketing Essentials. And guys, she's going to really be able to help you to identify what needs you have in regards to marketing your business, whether it be online or offline. And so we've been having an incredible conversation thus far, and we've got people that are definitely chiming in, and so I'm excited about those individuals who are getting the information that they need for really being able to build their business. Now, let me ask you something. Are you big on, let's say my business is me, and I want to know how to brand. Is that something additional like branding? Because I know we have some people that are experts in the branding world, and I know a lot of people want to brand themselves, and I think honestly in this day and age it is very important because people do business with people that they like. And so what are some of the things that you do in regards to your marketing business, or if at any, if somebody is looking to just brand themselves? Is that something you do?
Yes, definitely. I'm big on personal branding. I work with a lot of people in different industries like insurance and realtors, and they need to stand out. And a part of standing out is personal branding. Like you said, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So how are they going to know, like, and trust you when there's 10 other realtors or 10 other insurance agents? What's going to make you stand out? And a lot of the marketing channels that are available helps you with personal branding. So of course social media is key with personal branding, having the right social media, having the right information out there, making sure that you're known as an expert in your field and keeping your information out there. Blogging is huge with personal branding, making sure an expert in your field by blogging consistently about your particular industry or your company. Even the image, creating your own logo that goes with your personal brand and making your name a logo. So I'm really big on personal branding because it kind of just already fits in with marketing in general. You're just marketing yourself. You're marketing your expertise. So to answer your question, yes, I definitely help with personal branding. It's the same as creating a marketing plan, except you're creating that plan for yourself, and you are the brand. And the brand really is about both the copy and the image. So what's the image that you're putting forth for your company, including what colors you need to be using, what's the overall tone and feel of your personal brand. And that's stuff that I help my clients think through so they can get clarity on that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Well, I want to ask you about two more questions, and then we'll pretty much close this out for the day. But I want to ask you this, and this is what I think is I think this is a very important question, because when we look at business owners today, there's a very high rate of unsuccessful business owners. And I know you and we had a little bit of conversation in regards to just people being able to do what it is that they say they're going to do. But at the end of the day, with you being someone who directly works with individuals where marketing your business is so much more important than I think anything we can do, because just like you said, there's other insurance agents out there. There's other people who sell this weight loss product. There's other people who do this and do that. There's other real estate agents. What is it that you see as being someone in this field that is one of the most challenging things in regards to working with an individual with building their business?
Well, it goes back to kind of what I said already about your market. You have to know who you want to work with. So not every realtor necessarily has the same target market. So once you decide who your target market is, you need to become famous with that particular target market. They need to know that you are the expert for that particular target market. So there's tons of realtors out there, but maybe there are, maybe you want to specialize in, well, first-time home buyers is a big category. Maybe first-time home buyers that are, between the age of 25 and 30 that graduated from a particular school. You want to kind of niche yourself in a specific way. And then you become famous in that particular target market to the point where referrals start coming, towards you. You're not looking for the business is coming towards you. So the key really is to put yourself out there as a personal brand with a specialty, whether it's a niche within your industry or a specialty, whether it's a specific target market that you work with. And that can make you stand out from the rest of realtors or insurance agents or weight loss products, whatever it is that you're selling. So you have to think it through. What am I specializing in? Is it a specific segment of the industry? Or is it a specific group that I'm trying to help? And once you make that decision, you need to become famous to that group and do whatever it takes for them to realize you are the only solution out there, because you're the one that's working for them.
Okay, awesome. I love it. Because, while you were saying that, the more I think about it, when we're talking about a niche market, generally because, okay, let's say that, because you broke it all the way down, 25 to 30, recently graduated from this particular college, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When you think about it, generally those people that you're going to be working with, they're going to know other people who fall into that category.
Right.
And so it makes sense to be able to, identify who you want to work with, because that's going to be the kind of market they're going to build them on, because they're going to bring you referrals with generally people who are in that same type of circle as well. I'm always talking about you are who you hang with, and so if you want to have a certain clientele, that's who you need to go after. Well, Nadine, as we get ready to close this interview out, man, I'm extremely excited about all the great things. Guys, she actually has some amazing things taking place. This is Nadine Mullings with Marketing Essentials, as well as Independent Ladies Club. And so for all those people that are dialing in, I won't say just ladies, but for everybody who is dialing in and you're looking for something in regards to being able to build your business to another level and just understanding strategy, I think that's very important, understanding a strategy. We're not saying that we're going to do it, right? We're going to do it for you, but really understanding what you need to be doing on a daily basis and things like that. Guys, this is definitely the lady for you, Miss Nadine Mullings with Marketing Essentials. Before we close out, though, Nadine, if there's anything that you would like to add, maybe we didn't discuss, anything that you would like to talk about in regards to your business, we'd definitely love for you to have the floor.
I think we covered everything. I think the big thing or takeaway that I want most people to understand is if you're going to be successful in business, you have to have a plan. A marketing action plan, because in addition to just having a plan, you need action on top of that, right? So I call that a map. It's your business map, marketing action plan. So, if you work with someone in marketing in your area, whether you work with me, whoever you work with, just make sure you have your plan in place. I'm on a mission to stop random acts of marketing. So if you're out there just doing random things, stop. I didn't talk about it tonight, but you need to stop being random. Put together a plan. One of the keys in your plan is a calendar. What are you doing every month? Networking, email, social. What is your focus for your marketing activity? So I think the biggest takeaway I would hope that people get from this is really just to focus on what you need to do to build your business and what marketing action you need to take, because it's all about the action at the end of the day. And also I'd say one thing I didn't mention is tracking. You need to track your results, so whether you're networking, whether you're sending emails, whether you're on social media, having a client acquisition where you know where your clients are coming from, so you know what marketing is working and what isn't, is another piece that I didn't really talk about or go into tonight. But make sure you track all your efforts and you know where the majority of your business is coming from, so you can do more of that activity and less of where you're not getting results from.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much. Yeah, I was actually reading the article that you talked about in regards to your business map. And I think it's so important. You know, we can plan all day, but until we take the proper action steps, and really it's proper action steps. It's not just taking action, like you said, random acts of marketing.
Yes.
But being specific in what you're doing. And so we appreciate you, Nadine, for just being able to share and being a part of the Diva Dine Most Valuable Diva. Guys, my name is Taurea Avant, and again, you have tuned in to our Most Valuable Diva highlight, and we brought on today Miss Nadine Mullings of Marketing Essentials. Now, if you happen to know a diva, maybe you know a valuable diva, somebody that's doing some tremendous things within business, the community, or even maybe just somebody you want to highlight within their family, we're looking to bring more divas on our MVD TV show, and so we're excited about that, and we're excited about all the great things that are coming up. Make sure, if you haven't already done so, divas, that's dynamic individuals with visionary action, make sure that you guys have gone ahead and joined the Diva Circle so that you can find out about all the great things. And what I'm going to do for all of our Diva Circles, because I know we do have people that are in Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia, and then, of course, with our expanding markets that are coming up. For all those individuals, if you join the Diva Circle, you're going to get information about how you can be a part of the Independent Ladies Group as well, and then also being able to contact Nadine directly to see if she might be able to help, which I believe that she will. Wouldn't have brought her up if I didn't, but seeing if she'd be able to help you out with really being able to expand your business, not just online, not just offline, but both ways. So again, welcome, congratulations, and everybody that has joined us for tonight's Most Valuable Diva. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are. Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Bye.